Y'all want to know the one thing I love about life? It's when you plan to do something that you think could be really cool and then nothing works. Like, literally nothing about it works. It's just stupid. It's just a bad idea. So you scrap everything you had and you start over. And what is this in correlation to? Is this in this, like, correlation with, like, some, massive important thing that's happened to me? No, it was literally just with tonight's video idea. And I had a cool idea, but it was stupid and it didn't work. So instead, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about the theatrics. I'm not gonna worry about making some crazy big video. I'm not even gonna set up my recording equipment. I'm just gonna turn on the mic, turn on the camera, and we're just gonna talk for a minute because this is a moment that made me realize, or not made me realize something. It's something I've already always known. But it's something that I feel like more people need to hear. Right? And I feel like I'm actually glad. Oh, see, here's more things going wrong. The whiteboard in the background just fell over. And in a way, I'm actually glad that tonight's video idea fell through. It was kind of ambitious, but then I spent like the last hour or two working on it, and yeah, no, it just didn't work. But yeah, so, it's moments like this that remind me that not only are we human, but that it's also okay to make mistakes. And I feel like nowadays, in the landscape of social media, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, insert social media name here, I feel like we're all very hardwired to feel the need to be perfect 110% of the time, whether we're talking looks-wise, whether we're talking, at work or at school or whatever, get straight A's, make the most money or look the best, have the biggest butt, have the biggest boobs, have the best looking masculine jawline and the best hair and all this. And I just feel like there's been, this has always been a thing, right? Where people, where there's like unrealistic standards set by society of this like impossible thing you need to reach, whether that be physically or, academically or in the workforce or anything like that. And I feel like more people need to hear this message that I'm about to share with you right now. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to not even know what your idea of perfect would be. It's okay to not know where you're going, what you're doing, or what the heck is even going on in your life right now, man. Because honestly, that's where I'm at. Like, let me just keep it a buck with y'all. I don't really know what's going on in my life right now, and that's completely okay because I feel like we need to be more okay with being complacent. There's like this toxic mindset of like, oh, you always need to be on the grind set. You always need to be working towards something. You always gotta be min-maxing, waking up at 3 a.m., going to the gym, and then going straight to work, working until 6 p.m., coming home, eating chicken rice and freaking, what's that stuff called? Not chicken and rice, I don't know, there's like another thing adjacent to that, you know what I'm saying, eat the stuff that the health gurus tell you to, go take a cold shower, go to bed, and min-max life, man. But man, life is too short for all that, like, I'm at this point, man, where, I get so absorbed and obsessed with overworking myself to the bone to a point of where I physically don't even have enough energy to put together a cohesive sentence, and rarely nowadays do I actually give myself the time to just sit back, relax, exist, and just do the things that I want to do. Some days after I finish my stuff for the YouTube channel, I could just end my day there, I'd be fine, but I'm like, no, there's other things I want to do. I want to make more money, I want to do more things, and therefore I haven't had much time to myself lately, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what we need to do. Obviously, everybody's circumstances are different. Obviously, sometimes some people genuinely need to work a ton or, meet these certain standards because they're trying to reach certain goals in their life, and that's perfectly okay. But what I'm trying to say is that it's okay to fail, and it's okay to not even meet your own impossible standards that you probably set for yourself that have also probably been influenced by social media and all these other things, because what a lot of people need to remember is that what you see on social media and what you see online and what you hear about other people, even in general, even outside of social media, isn't reality. Trying to think about how to say this. What you hear from people, even on a day-to-day basis, even outside of social media, is a curated, filtered, intentional representation of what's going on in their life and what they want you to see. When somebody tells you about their promotion at work, they're telling you about it because that's what they want to represent their life at the moment. They want success and, leveling up in the world to represent who they are as a person, at least at that moment. And obviously this varies, right? Like sometimes for the attention seekers out there, they'll intentionally amplify their sadness or, their anger or other things like this if they're looking for attention in different ways. But, that's my point. Again, it's all completely representative and subjective to like what each person wants you to see. So, if you're following some like OnlyFans chick on Instagram or something like that, and her whole brand is about being like this beautiful baddie or something like that, and you're a female seeing that and you feel bad about yourself because you're not up to those standards, you don't feel like you're up to those standards, just remember that by following said standards, you're basically trying to meet an impossible standard. You know what I mean? You're seeing it through a filter lens covered in 10 pounds of makeup and Instagram filters and AI filters and all this. And yeah, and again, that just goes for real life in general. You know, it's okay to be complacent. It's okay to not be perfect. And you never have to be perfect, right? Because some people try to be like, oh, it's okay to not be perfect today, but eventually, you know, you reach your goals and this, that, and the other. Well, I'm just going to feed it to you straight, right? Like, don't listen to those people, because realistically, sometimes you're not going to meet your goals literally ever. Sometimes you're going to have dreams and they're just not going to work. Sometimes they're just going to fall through. Even if it's something as simple as having a cool YouTube video idea that falls through and now you're sitting here scrambling just talking about random stuff because letter A, I need a video for it tonight, but also B, because this is a real topic that I genuinely want to talk about and that I feel like is important for people to hear. You know, it's okay, because everything happens for a reason. And again, I feel like my video falling through for tonight happened for a reason, because now I can sit here and have this discussion that I've been wanting to have for a while, because I've seen it more and more lately, man, whether that be in my own circle, whether that be on social media in general. Everybody's always chasing something, whether that be more clicks, whether that be more views, whether that be another dollar. You know, you see this in business all the time, where you hear about, like, CEOs and big companies and whatnot. Sorry, my hair is all over the place. I gotta do something with it. It's getting to be a lot, man. Sometimes it works in my favor, sometimes it doesn't. Right now, it's kind of whatever. But, you know, you hear about this all the time, whether that be, like, layoffs at big companies or other things similar, where, you know, they're just always trying to meet this impossible standard, the next big quota, get more dollars in our pockets. And we don't got to do all that. You guys want to know something? The best week of my life in 2025 was the week where I achieved nothing. Well, that's not true. I did achieve some things. So basically, I stopped overworking myself for a week. And what I did is I woke up each day, I worked on my YouTube stuff as always, so I still got work done. I was still productive. I got my work done for the channel. That's like my main thing. As long as I do that, I'm fine for the day. I really don't need to do anything else. The other stuff is just supplemental that I choose to do to make more money, because I'm looking to move here soon and, you know, probably halfway across the world, like Japan or something. One of those Asian countries. But anyway, I basically just did my YouTube stuff for the day. And then I binged Final Fantasy VII Remake for like 8 hours each day after that. I beat the game in like 5 days. Something like that. It was like 5 days. And yeah, that's literally all I did. Wake up 4 a.m., work on YouTube till 12-ish, from 12 to 8 p.m., Final Fantasy. And that was it. And dude, that was the best week of my life here in 2025, man. That was amazing. Oh, and the week before that, I took in one day to just like watch Cyberpunk Edgerunners again, binged it from beginning to end. By the way, this is the best anime ever made. I always go back and forth. Like, Dragon Ball is also one of my favorite anime, because there's like nostalgia bias in there, and Dragon Ball's like freaking awesome. You know, you got like Dragon Ball and then Z, Super, GT, Daima, etc. And then the movies and everything. You know, it's a very storied franchise with a lot of awesome stories. So I love Dragon Ball as well. But anyway, getting back on track, you know, so I took time to do that, and man, that was like one of the best days of my life, not just in 2025, but in general, man, just giving myself a break. And I feel like that's what I'm really trying to get at here. Give yourself a break, man. Like, it don't matter what it is, whether it's you trying to meet impossible beauty standards, whether it's you trying to meet these impossible goals in school or work with your family, or, you know, whatever. Like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about other people's opinions. Don't worry about other people's standards. Worry about you. Okay? When you look in the mirror, who do you see, and are you proud of that person? And don't compare it to other people. Just compare it to yourself. Where are you at? What are your goals? What are you passionate about? What makes you happy? Are you meeting those goals or not? Because if not, then yeah, it's okay to work towards them. But you don't need to hurt yourself over it or bring yourself down over it. It's okay to just like work towards those goals in a healthy manner, but don't let it consume you, right? I feel like that's really the thing here. Because a lot of people get so consumed by this idea of needing to be perfect. And reality is, we're all human. None of us are perfect. We all say stupid things. We all do stupid things. We all, I don't know, have ideas in our mind of things we should be. And at the end of the day, even though we think those things are perfect and, you know, are like the ideal way of what we should be, it's all still stupid. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to make this video too long. I don't want to drag it out. I could go on and on, really. There's like a lot of other things I could talk about, but I just kind of want to keep it short and sweet, relatively short and sweet, and just say that you're doing fine. You're doing okay. Okay, head pats for you. Pat, pat. Blow you a little kiss, give you some love or something, you know? I feel like people are really like love deprived and touch deprived nowadays. You know, you need a little digital hug, I got you. You need a little kiss, I got you. A little pat on the head. You're doing fine. You're doing good. I'm proud of you. You're doing good, all right? And yeah, I don't know. Maybe make that like your lock screen or your alarm or something in the morning. Just waking up to me being like, hey, you're doing good. Head pats. Proud of you. then you get on with your day. But seriously, you're doing amazing. The fact that, I always say this, life is a war, each day is a battle. each day that you show up and you wake up, etc., that is another battle you're showing up to. And every time you lay down at night, that is another battle won, and it gets you one battle closer to winning the war. But there's not really a way to win life, if we're being honest. I mean, maybe financial independence, retiring, maybe you could consider that to be winning life. I'd say that's a fair thing to reach, or starting a family or something. But yeah, you know, it's okay. It's okay to just be. You're doing good. You're doing more than enough. The fact that you're here today, the fact you're watching this video, the fact you're alive, you're breathing, you're existing, that is more than enough, and is more than, you know, I don't want to get too deep and dark with this video. But, you know, I'll just say this. Obviously, some people lose their battles in life, right? I guess you kind of get where I'm going with this. And the fact, sorry, excuse my phone. And the fact that you're still here shows that you're strong enough to keep overcoming the battles and to keep fighting through this war. Does that make sense? No matter what's going on up here, no matter what's going on physically, don't ever let any of this deter you from fighting this war and getting through these battles. I've lost people in my life that thought it would be better if they gave up on their battles in this war, and no. A permanent solution to temporary problems is never the answer. Two wrongs never make a right, because ending things is a wrong, in my opinion. I'm not saying that those people are wrong for feeling the way they feel, but I'm also saying it's never the way to go. Never. Never, never, never. And, you know, it's the darker side of all this, right? Because you have the people that feel like they need to meet these impossible standards, and then they overwhelm themselves about it and feel very, whether that be emotional burnout or just overwhelmed. But then you have the people where it does genuinely drive them in that other direction. And just in case you're at that point, just know that you're beautiful. You know, you're your own human being, and you are unique. And the reason that every human, what makes each person beautiful is the fact that they are unique and they're their own person with their own goals and looks and aspirations and viewpoints and opinions and things they want to do with their life and, you know, aspirations they have and things that inspire them. That's the beauty in humanity. Not surface level beauty, but what's held within, and, you know, what's your soul? Because I always say that. I don't care, you know, who you are, what your skin color is, what your sexuality or gender is. I just want to know your first name and what your soul is. If you got a good soul, then, you know, that's all that matters to me. You know, if you have a good heart and soul, that's really all that matters. So, yeah, we'll end it there. Don't want to go any darker or any deeper with this, but I do just want to say that, you know, if you've ever thought about anything like that, just know that this world is better because you're in it, and it would only be emptier without it. There is nothing worse than having an extra chair at the kitchen table, or a missing notification on your phone, you know, wishing that it would be that person, but it just isn't, or just a missing person on this earth when it wasn't their time, okay? So that's never the answer. Permanent solutions to temporary problems are never the answer. You solve temporary problems with temporary solutions. Because, I mean, sometimes you can have permanent solutions to things, right? Like, hopefully some duct tape will help keep the blackout on my windows. I hope that's a permanent solution. Probably not. I mean, it'll probably come down eventually and I'll have to retape it. But still, things within this world that don't involve just ending all of your existence, you know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully this helps somebody. And seriously, like I said before, just to reiterate, this world is better with you in it. Remember that. You're beautiful, you're unique, you're amazing, you're doing better than you probably think, and I'm very proud of you for simply making it to another day. I love you. And, yeah, that's about it. Go ahead and give a shout out to the patrons. As always, a massive shout out to all the patrons. And should remember to get all of them in the low ball tier, and an even bigger shout out to my last king, and the big shout out to GT Robertson, which you think you get so much chance with Little Legends. I love you. Have an amazing day, beautiful. I love you all. Peace. Dude, I really got to do something with this hair though. Oh my god. It's getting so long. I love it though. It fits me. It's just, it is getting a little long. I'm gonna figure something out to do with it. Yeah. Ugh. Emo. Go back to my teenager years. Alright. That's it. Oh, no. Peace.